little bit about the virtual learning. She's okay. I just want to talk about. She's trying to come on again, the virtual learning. Yeah. You look good, Candace. I see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. You look good.
Thank you.
Right,
I really should have let you rub my feet.
Quiana, can you hear me, honey? I think I might be the area that she's in, but not.
Yeah.
The phone service, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I was just wondering. I know we got Nikki due in September, right? You can hear me now. All right, Quiana. I just wonder how you and the nurse and the baby doing, and how are you doing? Are you having any type of issues? You know, health issues? You don't have any sugar diabetes or anything, do you? Or any type of hypertension or anything? I want to talk about basically our health, the mother's health today. I wanted to get into something else, but I want to talk about the mother's health, you know, how we need to maintain ourselves, especially during this time with this virus and everything, because it really hasn't hit yet. We really haven't made any type of progress because the virus is still out there. So, you know, we really have to really watch ourselves, making sure we're taking the precautions. And like I went to the school today and I had forgotten all about my mask. You know, it's not dawning on me about the virus. So I'm wondering about the health issues. What about you, Candy? You have any type of health issues in a way the virus is affecting your health?
No, not that I know of. Okay.
All right. I saw you out there jogging. You don't have hypertension or sugar diabetes or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. When the last time you had a doctor's appointment?
I went to Bon Secours at the start of the year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been checked out. Okay.
I also went recently too. Yeah.
Hi. Hey, Brianna. How are you?
Hi. We're good. How are you guys?
We're hanging in there. Look at him. Look at him. Oh,
you look different, Brianna. You look beautiful.
Thank you. I get my hair done. I was tired of looking like that.
Oh, okay.
And your face looks like it's slimming down. What are you doing?
I can't say I've done much of anything. We started working out, and then I literally twisted my ankle a couple days ago, so that put a hold on all the working out I was doing.
Oh, and what were you doing when you twisted the ankle?
I'm clumsy. I tripped down the steps, and I was on the last step too. Like, I don't even understand how it happened. There was only one step left to go, and then I just heard a crack noise, and I was like, oh my gosh. So,
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, Ms. Bosman, you want to? We were talking about. Bosman was talking about nutrition and the mom's health, how moms are doing. Bos, can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, just kind of, Brianna, just wondering if you taking care of yourself. You know, we know that you have the two young ones, and how are things going with you? Are you getting the proper nutrition? You know, breastfeeding, and I know you have the other one over there. She takes a lot from you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm getting good nutrition. I mean, I cook dinner every night, except for recently we've been having to buy dinner because I can't really stand on my leg for too long because, like I said, I twisted my ankle. But I mean, I make sure we have a vegetable with every meal. I don't really eat fruit as much as I used to. I mostly focus on making sure I give her fruit with every meal. So, I mean, it's not the best because, like I said, I could be eating fruit and stuff more often, but I'm always drinking water. So I do make sure I get my water in, especially with breastfeeding. But so it's okay. It's definitely not bad, but it could be better.
Okay. Okay. So is she eating solid foods now, right? Are you giving her breast milk?
No, you remember when I got pregnant with him, I couldn't do it. Like I was feeling
I
really,
know, but I didn't know whether she was sneaking, whether she was okay. Cause mine, mine was kind of like, Okay, what type of milk are you giving her?
regular what is it? WIC comes with fat-free milk at 1%. So she gets that. I wanted her on almond milk, but I just can't get her to take it. She will not take the almond milk. She'll let it sit there. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do with him when I start trying to transition him off the breast is start him on almond milk so that he never really gets the taste of cow's milk. Because I would prefer her not be on it at all, but I cannot.
Be careful. Kind of be careful with that almond milk. I know a lot of mothers that put their children on almond milk. Children, they didn't thrive. A couple of children got the rickets because they wasn't getting enough vitamin D. We have to get that vitamin D, and for some reason now, especially particularly this time, vitamin D is kind of hard for us to get. I don't know whether it's the rays or we're not spending enough time out in the sunshine, but whatever you give them, just make sure that they get their vitamin D. But be careful with that almond milk. Okay, if you find out that he's not thriving, he's having some issues walking. I know a lot of mothers was giving the almond milk, the children wasn't walking properly, and they had what they call the rickets. And back in the day, the rickets was like a lack of vitamin D. Okay. So all this new stuff that they got out now, you have to do some research on it and be mindful. Because they got rice milk, they got a whole different types. But just kind of be mindful with it. Okay.
They even have something that I've never heard of. I heard about it when I went to the doctor the other day. Something called pea milk. You ever heard of that, Bosma? Is that they took peas and made milk out of it?
Protein. Yeah, they take the protein. Oh. See, milk is mainly protein. See what I'm saying? So like your rice milk is protein. We started our children off with a neighbor bean milk, a neighbor bean broth, because it's protein. So they got all, like I said, all that math, they got all the math set out. But you got to realize a lot of this stuff is new, so they don't really know how it's going to affect the children because they don't have no type of record. They haven't done any stats on it. So you got to be careful trying to buy these new things. A lot of these new nutritional habits and all this new wave of eating, later on they found out, later on the people or the children have such a type of a disease because they're not getting enough nutrients. So you got to really make sure that you're getting the proper nutrients when you have all these different type of diets. You got to, especially if you're breastfeeding and the babies are young, because the babies have to get certain type of vitamins. And I know that milk has a lot in it, that cow's milk. And a lot of people don't want to give them that cow's milk, which I can understand. But cow's milk have a lot. It has a lot in it, doesn't it, Renata? It has calcium, potassium, iron, protein. It has a lot in them, a lot in it. So just do your research on different types of milk.
As you're transitioning them off of the breast, you mean, right?
But breast milk is always the best.
Breast is best.
Breast milk is always the best. You might have to sacrifice a little while, 2 years, or even if you're nursing him and giving him breast milk, you're still giving him solid foods, right? She wouldn't take solid foods like talking about, but he may be different. You can train him to eat more solid foods. Okay. And not as much breast milk, but she was like, she just wanted to just nurse. She was just a nurse.
She did.
She was just a nurse, but all babies are not like that. Okay. Yeah, she was a nurse.
Yeah. you had a tough time transitioning her, but she looks like she is doing well, especially with the relationship with KJ. You all just have this perfect little cocoon sitting there on the sofa, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, wow, she has really relaxed out a little bit.
I mean, she really does try to help. She's just too rough. She don't know how rough she is. Like, if he's crying, she'll run and act like she about to come pick him up out the swing. Just don't know how rough really with him. Like, once he's bigger and he can handle all the roughness, she'll be great. She just hand it right now. But she only was kind of funny with me the first couple of days he was home. Like, when I would nurse him, she would look at me crazy. But now she's fine with it. Just her normal weird self, eating her toes right now.
Cool.
Oh no, you want to stop?
Let me ask you, Brianna.
Mhm.
Let me ask you. You can ask this question if you want. You don't have to. But you plan on having any more anytime soon? I just thought I'd just ask. Just be careful. That's all. Cause I know how we are. You know, we are women and we are breeders. That's what our bodies are made for. You know.
I really don't. I don't want. You compromise for family. My boyfriend does want more, so I'm more than willing to have more children for him because he's a wonderful father. You know, I know I wouldn't have to worry about providing or anything like that because he goes out of his way for us now, and he's always gone out of his way for Leilani, which has been very important to me since that's not his biological daughter. However, I just had this baby, and like I said, that
Right.
it didn't work. I didn't know the epidural could not work. Like, I wasn't ready to feel that feeling of pushing things.
Plus your body has to heal. Okay.
Yeah.
It takes a woman's body at least 12 months to heal after she's had that baby. And then after you heal, you have to nurture those children. You have to take care of those children because the mother is the main responsibility of the children's care and support. And, you know, you are young and it's a lot on you. So I'm just saying spacing is really good. You know, I'm just saying it goes for everybody. You know, just try to space those children and it'll you know, just try to space them. What you got to say about that, Renata?
Absolutely. Not only for your body, but in order to prepare economically as well, because as much as we love our children and we welcome them, we also have to think about the economical aspects of it and making sure you are able to provide. And you're right. I mean, you know that I know KJ very well. And he is a wonderful provider. You're absolutely blessed. You're absolutely blessed that you're not in this alone. And I was actually going to ask the same question, you know, and it kind of ties into family planning. Were you anticipating on having more children? Because I can tell that he would want a little girl, or you know, does he talk about having another child and possibly a girl?
Girls, all boys. I don't want another girl. He want all around. I can't. I want a girl if we were to have another one. I mean, I know we'll have more, but the next one I'm hoping is a girl. We're going to love the baby regardless.
Absolutely. Candy, any advice you can offer our moms on here? Because you're the one on here with more experience that's come through our circle. Anything you'd like to offer?
Just keep a great attitude. Just no matter what you're going through, just keep a great attitude. And be grateful. Just be grateful for the good and the bad. And I mean, bad is just determined based off of how you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you for those words of wisdom. Oh, we lost Keon again. I'm not sure where everybody is. I keep hearing thunder in the background. I don't know whether that is playing into our Zoom session today, because I know Kiana's having trouble going in and out. Look like she's in a car. And I've had a couple of people try to get in But Ms. Boswell, did you want to share about, well, let me see, who's on here with school-age children? I think we need to stick to the nutritional aspect of.
Well, my son's in school.
How old is he now?
He's 5.
And how is that going through COVID as it relates to, will he be starting traditional school like first grade, or has he been in school through this?
He should, well, they're talking about holding him back. He should have been going to the next grade.
I know
they came in, but he's gone. I went to his graduation. He wasn't there. I went to show up there to see what was going on. Because I figured he's graduating. He should be at his graduation.
Right.
He wasn't there.
What school was he attending?
Maymont.
Okay. Because I know right now, especially with children that young, it's a very difficult situation for public school to try to ascertain right now as it relates to whether or not they want the kids to start back, and how in traditional classroom settings, virtual learning, a little bit of both. So it is a major, we're going through some really challenging times right now. We really are, as it relates to education and our health and everything else. Nutritionally, we need to make sure that our bodies remain strong, because if you have a strong immune system, you should be pretty resilient to what's going on now. But even having to put all of that aside, I think Ms. Bosma had some information she wanted to share about the possibility of being able to educate your children at home. Because let's face it, we don't know the timeline. The virus is in control. We don't know the timeline. This timeline could go on back and forth for the next 2 years or more. It sounds crazy, but it looks like it's not going to be the way that it used to be until there is some type of vaccine, some type of plan that they would have to keep these numbers from going up. So we can't say it's going to be 6 months. We can't say it's going to be a year. We don't know. So in order to be prepared and having children that are school age, there are other alternatives that parents can have as it relates to homeschooling. So Ms. Bosma.
Well, we as parents, this homeschooling is a new concept anyway. We as parents, we should homeschool anyway. You know, so it's a lot of options. You can homeschool to the city of Richmond. And one thing is, when the children are young like that, if you don't send them to school, if you don't send them to kindergarten or the first grade, they can't track them. They can't track them as of now. They are not registered for any type of school system. Okay, so that's something to consider. I got a grandson that's in a private school, and he hasn't been tracked. I know some more children that do homeschool, and it's not homeschool through the school itself, because you can do homeschool and you can register what that counted that you're doing homeschool, and they'll let you homeschool, and you can go through them. You can get the materials through them. They have a lot of programs out there. I found this African program. I haven't really looked at it, but from what I've been hearing, it's been really, really good. It teaches math and English on a different concept, more so on the concept of the way that we as Black people think, because we don't think like the Europeans and the Caucasians. A lot of our children have problems with math, and it's not that we have problems with math, it's the way that math is taught to us. So you might want to consider some type of programs. Brianna, you can, I don't know what you're doing with her now. Is she having a type of computer program or not set up for her on a daily basis? I don't know, but you might want to consider that now is a good time to start considering her education. You know, now's a good time to start saving up for her education if you want to homeschool her or put her in a private school. Now is a good time, you know, for you to start looking at different types of curriculum, because she'll be 5 before you know it. Just a wink of an eye, and she'll be 5 years old. You know, so education is very, very, very important. It's the parents' duty. That's one of our duties, is to educate our children. So we as parents, we're supposed to give them the best education that we can. That is our duty. And the children's duty is to learn, is to go to school and learn. That's a child's duty. So I can't express enough how this education system is changing. But we're gonna have to be careful, because a lot of our children don't adapt to this virtual learning, online learning. If they go back to school, now, I don't know what they're going to do, because the virus has picked up. You know, they talk about hybrid learning. I don't know if y'all are familiar with hybrid learning. Hybrid learning is when you go to the actual school one day or every other day or 1 week, and then the next day or next week you do the virtual learning. Excuse me. Now, virtual learning is just learning on the computer. You know, just learning on the computer. So I might want to consider homeschooling. You might want to consider other parents. You can do it with other parents, and y'all can share. You might want to consider paying somebody, you know, to homeschool your child. So it's something to really, really think about, because you don't want your child to get left behind. Okay, you don't want them to get left behind. It's easy for them to get left behind. And I want to also express, when the schools send you out information to learn how to work programs, and to learn how to get on, and to learn how to sign in, and when they give your children passwords and learn how to sign in and work the computers, I advise you also learn the skill. You know, learn how to work those computers. Learn how to get online. Learn how to do what the children are doing online. Learn how to do what those teachers are doing online. Okay, because if you don't learn that virtual learning, the child will get behind. There's no way you can. It's like a check balance system. There's no way you can check what they're doing. There's no way you can check their grades. There's no way you can check or communicate with the teachers. Okay, so that virtual learning is very important, and you're gonna have to learn how to work it. You're gonna have to learn how to work that virtual learning. And I know a lot of problems in the city of Richmond. I just talked to this parent, and I was educating her child. She don't even know how to get in the RPS system, virtual learning system, and her child has special needs. Okay, and I was teaching her child, and I know that Richmond Public School System has a program, a virtual learning program, just for children with special needs. So the whole summer has gone. Her child has been out since March, and her child hasn't done anything, but she don't know how to get on the program. So, you know, make sure y'all know how to work those programs and keep up to date, because it's constantly changing. One thing about the computer programs, they're constantly changing. So you have to be familiar with everything that's going on, especially with their virtual learning. You can't get behind with that. Y'all have any questions about anything?
No.
And also take advantage of other opportunities. If Richmond Public Schools offer a parents course on how to log in, you know, take that course. You know, you might not need it now, but you're gonna need it somewhere down the line, because everything is being computerized. And this virtual learning, you know, it's a lot to it. So just like Zoom, but once you learn how to do it, by y'all being younger, it won't be complicated. Okay, so just get familiar with what's going on in the school system. Be familiar with how your children are learning. You know, the books, like the library, you know, you can sign out books, audio books from the library. You know, they have books that you can read online with the children. You know, me in particular, I like to have books at home. I like to read the children the books. That way I can hear the way they pronounce the words. You know, like I have my grandchildren here with me this summer, and we went to Gina Park, and they had books out there, and I got a handful of books. That way I can hear them pronounce the word, and don't just let them sit in front of the computer with the virtual learning, assuming that they're learning. You know, assuming that they're learning. You know, you be there with them. You have to be active, especially with their virtual learning. You have to be You have to be active with those children, because they just passing them. You know, they just passing them. They just passing them. You know, and you know, you got to be careful. You got to be real careful with it.
I just got a message, Bosma, from Kiana, because you know she's been in and out. I think it's weather related. I think it's her signals are being crossed because I'm looking outside and everything. But she texted on the phone, and I wanted to read to you all what she said. She said, "Hello, family. I know you guys are Zooming right now, but my signal is bad where I am. And I tried to Zoom in, but I can't hear you all, but I can't talk. But me and the boys are great. They are as healthy as they want to be. And for me, I'm feeling amazing. I don't have any high blood pressure, no sugar, and I'm still nursing. That's coming along great. Just want some of my weight to go down. It seems as though when I had Adrian losing it, but it's a lot hard to lose the weight with William. But other than that, baby Adrian is potty training and baby William is trying to walk and crawl, and he's only 6 months old. I'm still on top of my vitamins, and I have to start some for AJ as well. Keep if I can just get a good sleep schedule down. That's something that we probably need to talk about as well. We would be even more great, but I really miss you guys, and I wish one day we can see each other again." She also said, you know, her sister Michelle just delivered. I think the baby's probably about a month or so old, and she has an older child, and she says she's put in an application for her son for pre-K or school period, and she was trying to upload the documents but couldn't, so she needs help because no one has contacted her back yet. So Basma, if I just sent her a message back and asked if it was okay for you to connect with Michelle, and she said yes, she may be current. She's out right now, but as soon as she gets back, she will give you a call. So when she calls, I'm going to refer her to you because you are more versed in that information, especially with RPS, because Michelle does live in Wickham. So she does have a child about to start school. So it's good to hear that she's doing well. There have been people back and forth trying to get in. I'm not sure what the connection is in today, but we got about 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. And Brianna, I just want to say you're looking great. You're doing wonderful with your breastfeeding. You don't look like you're having any problems whatsoever. He is growing and thriving and doing fantastic. Keep sending your breastfeeding pictures in. Ms. Freeman wants us to upload them on our report. We've got some great things that are happening. I can't talk about all of them now, but they're great things that are happening for Mommies, Bellies, Babies, and Daddies that's going to take us to the next level. So we're excited about that. Any other closing things? We got 1 minute, 34 seconds. Anybody have anything closing?
I'm glad to see you happy, Brianna.
I am.
I see you just as happy.
Trying to get back to normal life, I guess.
It's okay. Look, you fine. Just take your time, honey. Just take your time and enjoy it while you can. Believe me.
Shanithia did text us back too. She had a doctor's appointment. Karan was trying to get in, but the baby, I think she was trying to get the baby up. Also, Waluna was trying to get in also towards the tail end, but I think everybody's kind of off of their schedule a little bit today, but they've been sending messages in. Our next Zoom session is going to be on July the 15th. We're every other Wednesday right now. Every other Wednesday, July the 15th. So we got less than a minute. Anybody have any parting words?
Yeah, and I'm wondering, a lot of us don't have computers too. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. I've been, some of them have said, well, I keep telling them that Zoom is free. It's a free system, of free program to download on. I think their phones may be a little bit different too. I'm not sure what type of phone, what type of services they have. But look forward to July the 15th. Reach out to our other moms, our former moms, anyone. We want to see the alumni as well. So having said that, before they cut us off, peace and blessings. Stay
Peace and
safe.
blessings.